All right, well, welcome. This is really going to be an amazing morning because when I first saw these cards, I was amazed. So you guys, as you're jumping on, you're at Memory Bound. You're right in our studio. And we don't have a studio audience, but we got a lot of Facebook audience. And welcome. I'm Kelly from Memory Bound. And we have Penny here. And we kind of have Val in spirit.
Yes.
So Penny is here. Welcome, Penny. Glad you're here. And Val is another one of our staff members. She has can we call it a real job? She has a full-time job, so she's here, at night now and then and on the weekends, but she's an amazing card maker. And she, I don't want to say played with, but she played with, had a lot of fun with the Waffle Flower Postage Collage, die, stamps, stencils. And Penny is funny because she says she's Val's voice.
Yeah, voice of Val.
The voice of Val. But Penny, you also have got samples for us, and you're going to show us how to use it.
Yep.
And so it's going to be a really great morning. I have loved this product since it first came out. There's lots of additions since it first came out, and we're going to show you every little piece of it and give you so many ideas. We have lots of cards made by Val. Penny's going to make some things for us. And it's a very versatile product. And Penny, I'm just going to bop over here slowly.
Okay.
This is kind of where it all starts, is with the postage collage die, which is really a lot of dies because you have your basic piece and then you have all of those little shapes that you can use with it. Penny, we got people saying hello, and we might have some people in shock because of the time. We're here at 9:29 today. So Karen says good morning, and Jerry's here, and there's Chris. Chris was here yesterday. She says thanks for all the help. Chris is actually from Arizona, but she visits Iowa occasionally, and she and her friend Diana were here yesterday and came in to shop around a little bit with us. And let's see, who else have we got? Pat's here, and Linda, and good morning, Lisa. Steve's here, so howdy, Steve. And Lori's here. We got Ruby. We got a lot of people. Natalie's here from Canada.
Ooh.
And we got Sherry, and we've got Janet here. So Janet will help us link things that maybe aren't on our calendar and are on our calendar.
I'll apologize in advance,
no,
Janet.
there's nothing. There's nothing. Janet, we added a few things like some inks and such. So it's all good.
And we can take a picture of the piece of paper.
We will. We'll take a picture. You guys, Val is so organized. She typed out the ink color she used, because who wouldn't want to make this right here? That is just
stunning.
Oh my gosh. And how did she? And picking colors is sometimes challenging, but we've got it all. We've got it written down, typed up. We'll take pictures of all of that. We'll take pictures of her cards. We'll take pictures of what Penny's doing, and I guess. Oh. Janet says hello from the other Janet. We got two Janets.
Oh,
we're going to call them both our Janets because we have a Janet that shops here and a Janet that works here.
Well, and both of them shop here.
Yes, that's true. Penny knows because she ships to Janet that works here. And Osha's here, and Osha, you're so right. She said a beautiful card, and that's so true. Now, yesterday's video, we spent the day just showing you all kinds of new product because that's what's going on at Memory Bound right now, and the fabric. Oh, Penny, I think I should just maybe take a little spin around.
A slow spin?
A slow spin to show
and remember,
you. Well,
some of it's back in shipping.
Our wall is empty now because we've pulled the bolts out, but here's a lot of our crafty cuts that we have because we have the new Tim Holtz Christmas fabric, and we have his Halloween fabric, and we showed it all in the video yesterday. And there's some really great things. So if you can check that out on yesterday's video, or you can go out and just go to our fabric category, and you'll see all of it, including things like our fat quarters. We have a couple styles of that came from Tim's Fabric Company. And Janet just posted it, so she's amazing. And we have our crafty cuts, which are about 12 by 20, and or 22 approximately. So we do have those. I know a lot of people, maybe you're not a quilter, but you want to use some of the fabric for your crafting, and that's a great way to get a little piece of fabric for here and there. Or you can purchase it by the yard or the half yard. All right, but anyhow, we were pretty excited. We've had a good week because we got the new Elizabeth Crafts, we got the Tim Holtz Ideology, the Tim Holtz Fabric. We got in the new Halloween collection from Doodlebug called Hey Pumpkin, and we just put that out yesterday, and we'll be showing it in detail tomorrow because tomorrow is all about product and other new things that have come in. But this is available and it is online right now. And Penny, I love the colors.
I do too.
I love that pink and that lime
Yep.
green. So we'll be showing you more in detail around that. And and Erica is happy we're using the die because she has it and hasn't gotten around to using it.
Oh, well, hang on, honey.
It's kind of Penny, would you say it's one of those products that you can just be so creative with and use in different ways?
Yes. And after today, you're going to know all the ways.
You're going to know them all. Between Penny and Val, you're going to have it down. Well, Penny, where do you want to get started?
I want to start at the beginning because that's the only way I'm going to make sense of any of this. So I'm just going to point out these 4 cards first. So these cards were kind of Val's beginning. Oh, and I want to start by saying thank you, Val, for trusting me with this. And I had a lot of fun, and I got to try something new at home, and so this is great and wonderful.
Well, and Penny, thank you for doing this for us, for being the voice of Val.
Absolutely. So what her focus is that her focus is using patterned paper. So I'm going to say the first 3 cards, the collage die was actually cut out of a patterned paper. But one that I'm going to call more of like maybe more of a solid because it's not real busy. But then she matted it on a solid. And this one is considered a solid even though it has a pattern to it. And then she kind of reversed it on this last card.
Oh, you're so right.
This
Good
is
explanation.
a busy background as a mat, and then more of a plain pattern to use as the collage die. Okay? And she just used stickers and ephemera and foam tape and just to kind of dress them up. And
so this one looks like it's ephemera, and she popped up a couple pieces. And basically she just die cut it, Penny, and just glued it onto a solid paper and put things in the squares, wouldn't you say, on that one? And this one might also be ephemera, and this one might be stickers.
Yep.
So she got a little bit of both.
So then,
and then Penny did
I brought Howdy out, and so I used the patterned paper of that burlap to cut out the postage collage, and then I used the little figures that I had colored last week and popped some and kept some flat, added my sentiment, and you'll notice that they don't all go the same direction because you can play with the die, and you can have some tall things, you can have some, so this one is a good example. You can have it landscape and you can have it portrait, depending on what you have to fill those spots.
Well, and Penny, I want to mention, if you missed out on this last week, Penny took the 4x6 Howdy stamps from Simple Stories, and she used her Copic markers on them so we could see how great they color. And Penny also fussy cut all these images, and they look amazing.
Well, and it's a great way to show lots of different stamps from one set using this die. So I couldn't resist.
So we stamped stickers and ephemera on all of these cards.
Yep.
Penny, nice. I like that.
Okay, so I'm going to show you how easy it is. There's so many piles.
You guys, I want to just mention, there's so much to this that we've got piles and we're really crowded here on our table, but we're going to show you everything and you're going to love it.
So one thing that she did not use that you could use would be rub-ons. So we took a look at some paper, and so we picked out some of the new boo thing.
Little boo thing.
Little boo thing. And this is one of the pieces of paper, and then the rub-ons and the ephemera. And so what I did was I just cut a piece 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then you can kind of play with, you know, do you want that on white? Then do you want it on black? So this is kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm going to grab her collage die, and we're just going to do it all right here live.
So the collage die, you're reminding me, it comes on a magnetic sheet. It's $19.99, and it comes, a lot of the Waffle Flower dies come on a magnetic sheet, which is really nice for storage. Oh, are you kind of lining it up where you want it?
I'm lining it up where I want it with the spider webs, because that, I mean, this is just going to turn out really cool.
It's great paper. Okay, so but Penny, she's got her big shot.
I got the big shot.
It's over here behind the scenes. You could, now if you wanted to, you could put a little
tape it.
Craft tape on that. But you know, we're going on.
We're live.
We're going, man.
I feel like
Karen
I should put
said
this
she
on the
just
floor.
got this little boo thing paper, and she loves it. And it is really cute. I think Janet linked the collection.
Oh,
I know. It's really cute.
I know one other thing I was going to show.
Oh, what was it?
You know, the tool.
Oh, yeah. Do you think we have one that somebody could?
Do we have one? Well, we could at least show it.
We'll tell about it. I could have brought one. Okay.
Yeah, I had one too.
So then they also asked if you would show the small dies that come with.
Yes, thank you.
Penny is signaling Chris.
Yeah.
With her sign language.
All right, so that's how easy that one, and then it just pops right off.
It looks like most of the little circles are coming out.
So there's 2 there. And then if you don't, I have found, if you don't kind of clean the die, then there's going to be more that stay on your paper. Sometimes if you just, you know,
or tap it on
tap
the table
it a little bit, it might come off. And if not, there's this really cool tool.
Oh, Chris brought a handful because they come in lots of configurations.
The basic tool is this little brush. And that brush, you can just brush over the holes, and it helps poke out all the little
It just
circles.
runs over it.
Yeah.
Can you pop this one open, Penny, and see
This
about
one?
it? Yeah. So this is the mini toolkit from Tim Holtz, and it has the brush, and it has a pokey tool in it, and then you get the foam, a little piece of foam back here, which you can kind of see, and that's $17.99 for the mini toolkit. And then Tim has a die brush and pick kit, and really the difference, the brush is a little bit bigger, and it's got the magnetic tip to go on the end of the brush, and it's got a bigger pad. It's kind of like a mouse pad, but it's more spongy. I guess it's more spongy. And then Sizzix has the same thing as Tim, but in white without the die pick. So there's lots of these tools. This one is $14.99. The Tim set with the magnetic and the bigger brush is $19.99. And then he's got the small set here, $17.99. And then this one from Sizzix.
This is the foam, pad, and the die brush. And it is $11.99.
And we have shown these before, but they are really handy.
So you just kind of go like that, and it comes out, and it works really well.
Especially if you have anything that's delicate with a lot of little
pieces.
Out. So
I was using mine at home, and then I put it away.
Well, if we have another situation where if you're die cutting it again, and maybe you're not, Penny.
I don't know if I am or not.
It looks like it came out really nice on its own.
It did. And then I had cleaned it.
That helps.
So, all right.
And when you use the brush, I just want to mention you run it one direction. So you don't go back and forth, you just go one direction to save your bristles.
Okay. So I'm going to put this on white, and then I'm going to put it on black, because I want the black to be, I want the white just to go around the border. So I'm going to trim that down.
So Penny did that on this card where she's got the burlap piece, which she cut with the Postage Collage stencil and then put it on white and then the brown. And here's the difference. This one is one that Val cut out and just put it right onto the solid. So they both work really well. It just depends on what you like and what your project is. And this one she just put right directly on the pattern paper. It's kind of interesting that she reversed everything.
I can't remember my dimensions.
Penny, I think you could use this. Look at this extra piece. You could use that maybe for a frame on something else.
You could.
If it's the right size.
And I kept looking at that and kept playing with it, and then I never did do anything with it. Okay, so this has to be 5 1/4. It still might be a little big. Yeah.
Skim it down a little bit.
Skim it down a little bit. I think this just needs to be 4. All right. So the finished product is going to be like this.
And that pink spider web paper, it's called Boo Things. It's from Little Boo Thing. The back of it has all of this good stuff on the back. And then on the other side is the spider web. And I really liked how Penny compartmentalized the spider webs when she lined it up on her die. I think no matter where you cut on this paper, it's probably going to look really good. And there is a whole collection from Little Boo Thing. And there is, you can see the collection pack. And it's been really popular. People have come in asking for it. I think the pink is just fun. For Halloween, it's a little different.
Okay.
Did you have to go get adhesive?
I did.
Okay. Well, we are a paper craft store.
Yeah. All right.
A lot of people, Penny, are talking about the die brush tool because they really like it.
It's really fun. All right. And I'm doing this because I want it to lay down nice. All right, now when I cut it out, I put that spider web up there on the top.
You did that on purpose.
I did that on purpose. So,
and now you're using rub-ons?
Yeah, I'm going to use rub-ons, but I need that little stick.
So with the rub-ons, Penny's using the rub-ons from Little Boo Thing. Because we've used stamps and we've used ephemera and stickers, but we have not used rub-ons yet. And what she did was, like, if she's going to use this bat, you just cut around the bat and you leave the rest of it in place on the sheet because it's a lot easier. Oh, and she does have the bat here.
So I have the bat right here. So I'm going to take off that backing. I'm going to place the bat right in the middle of that spider web. And I'm going to rub it. Hey, Peggy, can I have some foam dots, please?
Oh.
To use?
I see it. Diane says it's cute paper, and you're so right. It is very cute. Now, when you're doing rub-ons, if you peel it off, and it's got...
so as I'm peeling, I still hold my finger down because I want to make sure I got everything off of that backing. And 9 times out of 10, I've got it all. But every once in a while...
And then you can just rub on it some more. Or you're going to do the little star.
I'm going to do a little star down here just because those little stars are so fun.
It just adds. I'm pretty excited about this one, Penny.
All right. So there's a rub-on, just like that.
And you can see it actually looks just like it's printed on the
paper. Yeah. And then I saw these suckers. Because, you know, what's one thing about Halloween that we all like? And that's the candy. So we're going to put the sucker. And I'm going to put the black one here.
So you kind of had this all figured out, didn't you?
I did. I planned it ahead of time, so it wasn't like... But there are so many different things from the rub-ons that they could use.
Oh, yes, that would fit in there. Because even You could even, if you wanted to use something that's a little oversized, you could take this ghost, not a goat, but a ghost, and you could cut it straight across, and he could be peeking through one of the windows.
All right. So there's 2 suckers in there, and I thought it would be fun to overlap them.
Beth has a comment here, Penny.
Okay,
she
Beth.
said she wants to use black enamel dots really bad. And that would be perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Or gems. If you're me, you might want a gem.
And you'll see Val has used gems in that 4th card. She used some sparkly in the plant.
So here. I picked up the 5th card. So Penny took her fingernail and she goes like this off camera. So there's the little gems in the flowers. I was kind of looking at here too. She put a kind of a big gem here, couple of big clear like pearls.
All right.
You can. Oh gosh, here's another one with gems. So in enamel dots, you could absolutely use enamel dots. I thought I saw an enamel dot, but I don't. Or stickles or Nouveau. There's a lot of things you can use.
Little foam dots to use.
Right here.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, never mind. They were delivered. Didn't even see them. They're so...
Penny's madly doing the rub-ons. Penny, while you do that, I'm going to show the LDRS. We're going to show you all of the product from Waffle Flower. But as we're showing you some of the samples, I just wanted to show you, these are some new collage stamps that we have. Some of them are new and some of them are not. But here is the family collage, because these are smaller stamps and they're loaded. And you could use these definitely with the postage collage stamp, or die, I'm sorry, from Waffle Flower. And here is one called It's Just a Number. So this would be good for a birthday card. And we have Welcome Sunshine. So if you want to do something for vacation. And we have All Occasions. So this is really nice postage-like. It even says airmail. It's got the little arrow postcard. And then this is Christmas Postage Collage. And you can see all of these. They're all online under LDRS and stamps. And here's Baby It's Cold Outside. And boy, I'm not ready for that. Are you, Penny?
No.
There's even this little snowman guy. And then Down the Chimney. And this is really cute with the chimney and Santa's boots there. And this again would be really nice for these little compartments. And these are $16.99. We got 2 more left. We have Haunted. So Penny could even include some stamps if she wanted to with her rub-ons. I mean, you can combine things. And this one is Give Thanks. Oh, look at there. Okay, is that a rub-on or is that ephemera?
This is ephemera, and this is ephemera. And then these are rub-ons.
Oh, you are mixing things up then. I didn't realize you were being so sneaky.
I am.
And Chris just brought these little spiders that just came in from Doodlebug. They're called Braddies. And these would be, wouldn't that be cute to throw one of those on there?
Mm-hmm. Especially since they're spider webs.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yes, there are spider webs. So the ephemera that goes with Little Boo Thing. Here's a picture of that. It's $4.99. It's got frames. Penny is using the little ticket there that says Spooky Vibes. And then she's got the ghost that says 31.
And then I'm going to use I'm so tempted to use a spider. But I'm going to use the disco ball.
Oh, is that a rub-on or a ephemera?
It's an ephemera. So I'm popping the ephemera since the rub-ons would be flat to give it more dimension.
Good. Gives it a little variety.
And I'm going to put that right there and use a couple of those little stars again. I just love the little stars. Just adds a little bit. And it brought in the more black for the background, I thought.
It does look good. Susan says she loves using that die for cards. It's versatile, and she's working on Christmas right now with the stencil.
Ooh.
And Julie's just got it, and she's happy to see her ideas. Diane says they're pretty.
So we made a card in that short amount of time.
Natalie says hers cuts bigger than 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And there are 2 sizes. There's a slim line, there's an A7. So this one that we're using today fits the A2 cards.
And I probably would have inked the edge of this one and of this one, maybe in a lost shadow or a different color, just to make it pop even more. But that's so cute.
Here, let's take a look at it right side up. Beth says she thought being a librarian was the best job, and I do think that would be a very fun job, Beth, but now she's thinking about working at Memory Bound could be fun also.
Oh, it's the best.
And somebody mentioned 49 and Market, and don't go away. Penny has a lot of ideas that do include 49 and Market.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes,
and
yes.
You actually get, your embellishments go a long ways with this type of card because you barely use 3 pieces of ephemera and just 3 rub-ons with the little stars.
With the little stars, yeah.
Angie said she just got here. What has she missed? So for anyone that's just joining us, Penny's here, and she is showing us how to use different ideas with the Waffle Flower Postage Collage die set. And Penny, we do need to show the other dies that come with it. We had a question about that. And we can link the die here also and show you. We're going to show you the other pieces. It comes on a magnetic sheet, which I think is super duper handy.
So all of these, so like the circle can go like where the boo is. This could have gone where
that's a
the
great
ticket
way to show it.
is. This could go where that is. The little circle down below.
So if you wanted just to die cut some paper, you could even die cut out of a pattern paper and line it up exactly where you want it and pop it up on there.
Maybe you want to do a triangle this way, do a square but on the point. Changed it up.
Lots of different ways to use it. So you actually get 7 dies because you get the 6 little dies and then the big die.
And the big guy.
The big guy.
The big guy. So yeah, it's a wonderful die with extra stuff to add onto it.
And it's $19.99, which
only $19.99.
I know. I'm thinking of checking that price after the video, Penny. I'm like, that seems pretty reasonable, but
it's very
versatile. As you're going to see, we've already, if you're just getting here, we've already shown these cards that Val designed, and Val isn't here because, like we said, she works a real job, a full-time job, but she made all of these cards and gave some information to Penny, and Penny's taking it from there.
All right, so this is another Waffle Flower stamp set. So this is, I'm going to call it the generic postage collage stamp set. So I'm going to point out how Val used it. So these waves here was stamped over an ephemera piece.
That.
The 50 cents to make it more like a stamp. And it just dressed this set up.
And it could be used without the die. It's just, everybody loves postage stuff right now.
Yeah, it's really cool. All right, so that's using pattern paper, ephemera, rub-ons, stickers. All right, so now we're going to kind of slide over a little bit, and we've got our howdy, and we've got our Halloween.
Penny, we need to ring the bell. Can
we
you
do?
Ring the bell? I just have an idea that I need someone to help me with.
All right.
Chris, can you get us the new postage stamp from Elizabeth? Penny, Elizabeth Crafts, we showed this a couple days ago, but Elizabeth Crafts has a new postage stamp, and I just want to see how it would work with this. Thank you, Chris. So, what do you think? So this is the new, it's called Postage Stamps 1 from Elizabeth Crafts, and oh my gosh, I think it would work really well with some of these stamps. Because even like Yeah. Don't you think that would work really well?
Oh, yes.
So that if you're Elizabeth Crafts.
Oh, look at that.
In
a little
perfect.
one.
It's perfect.
And if you want to go the other direction, use the 79 cents.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it's going to work.
Yeah.
So that's brand new. It was just released. It's Postage Stamps 1 from Elizabeth Crafts. And they do have a die that goes with it called Postage Stamp Strips. And their size that you could stamp them right inside of these strips also. So you would have another use for that stamp set. Yeah, don't you just want to like...
Oh, I know. Yeah, I do. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
Squirrel.
Penny's going for it.
Squirrel.
We do not have the slimline die in stock. If it's something that you want, we can order it from Waffle Flower because it does come in a slimline and it comes in an A7. We just have the A2 right now. Okay, Penny, so far, so amazing.
So far, so good. All right.
Absolutely.
So let's go on to card number 5. This is card number 5. And in case they got mixed up, she labeled them for me because that's Val. Over the top.
Oh my gosh.
Love it.
She is over the top.
So the focus on card 5 is highlighting a section of a piece of paper. And so what she did was she had a piece of paper and she highlighted it. So now like I went to my stash and I got some older 49 and Market. So, you know, you could do 3 cards right here. Boom, boom, boom. Add your sentiment to the top. You got 3 quick cards. Okay?
So this, Penny, grab that piece of paper so we can show what it was cut out of. So this is actually, this might not be this exact paper, but it's
from that line.
It's from the line where you can
Linen
see
Market.
From the Linen Market where she just cut out a section of it and then die cut it. I think that might be from the 6x8 tablet, but you could do the same thing with the 12x12.
And then,
oh, that's beautiful.
You know, again, you could do 3 cards just from this bottom half. But I wanted to make sure that we showed some current paper with the new lines that have been coming in. Now, this is Photo Play. Photo Play has a really nice fall.
I love this. It's called Meadows Glow is the collection.
And this is called Happy Harvest. So here's a great section right here.
Set your die on that. It was really cool how you were showing the die on things.
All right. So you could do it right here. Okay.
That is gorgeous.
Or if you wanted to,
you could do it sideways. If you're doing a landscape.
Yeah, you could do it this way. I'll move the die. So you'd have it at the bottom. Oh, look at that. You could line up that little mushroom there.
Oh, yeah.
And then you could do some other things up here in the top. So you have your top space. It's amazing.
I'm kind of sold on it, I have to tell you.
All right. So
I've always liked it.
That's Photo Play. Now, back to 49 and Market. If you wanted to do
and this is
just
ochre.
a leaf.
This is ochre paper 3.
You would have a leaf if you wanted to stamp some leaves or whatever. But then down here, you could use this side as 1, and then you could use the bottom as 2.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
And you could even still do something here.
Yep.
Elena's comment is it would look really good with gold splats on it.
Oh,
with the fossilized,
yes.
The fossilized amber spritz. Can you ring the bell? Because I have 2 requests, and I've already forgot one of them.
We gotta make it handier.
What was the other? Oh, this.
Fossilized amber spritz.
And this stamp, please, Teresa, if we have it. Penny, I just noticed on this card that Val did. Oh, she's got it. Okay. This card, I just noticed, a little late here, but that's okay. There's the Hello Friend came from note quotes from Tim Holtz.
So the circle and then the sentiment.
And then she just punched it or die cut it out.
And then again, she used
that
the
same
50
stamp.
cent, this one, the squiggle lines.
Thanks, Teresa.
The
and the little priority, which must be on a different one.
Yeah.
We'll come across it.
Oh, it's this one. It's this one. Priority.
Gosh, the options are limitless.
So this is the All and Create And I'm going to guess it's called franking. Franking? It's called franking.
We're not sure of some of the names.
It's number 1158 stamp. There's 4 stamps, and they're all postal.
Very fun.
Okay. And then here's the Distress Spritz Fossilized Amber.
Oh my gosh, just look at it with the paper, you guys. Thank you, Elena, for mentioning that.
So that's gorgeous. And then
the
vintage
Orchard.
Hide something.
Penny and I, we both decided we have a hard time. I want to say orchid. I don't know why, but.
All right. So, you could put this in many different places. You could come down here, highlight the butterfly in lots of different spots. You could do these leaves over here.
That was really a good idea of Val's to do that with a piece of paper.
So, I mean, it's really, really nice. So there's three current lines.
We love the ideas. We love all the ideas. The hearts are coming like crazy.
Okay.
Penny, I think we're doing a good job. I think we're doing Val justice here.
Yay! Okay, now this one I really like. And I really had to stop and think about when I read the description. Stencil on a stencil. Because I didn't get it at first. Okay, so I'm going to show you.
And I did not get our Iowa things, but we have a whole in our exclusive collection. Oh, Penny's got them. All right. So we have a whole exclusive set of Iowa stencils and stamps. I think we have three or four stencils and 3 or 4 stamps. We don't have other states for that, but we do have, if you're a local yokel, we got you covered.
I got to look at the floor.
She found it on the floor.
Oh,
okay, so what is that? Is that the basic?
So this is the Postage Collage Coloring Stencil.
And it's $12.99.
Yep. All right. So what she did was that she cut out her white sheet of paper. Voila. Okay. Then she took this coloring stencil and...
which is made to fit right over the top.
Right over the top. And then she stenciled it with green. And that would have been mowed lawn, lightly. So that's mowed lawn, just the squares. That's all she's coloring. Then she took that off and she put on her Iowa stencil. And then she used the same color, just darker, to give it a monochromatic look. That's why it doesn't really pop out.
I know, you keep looking at it. I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit, everybody, so you can get a better look. That is really, really
then
cool.
She added the Iowa stamps and then our new Iowa seal. And I have it.
And this is from Honeybee, and we do have that from other stamps or other states. So here's the Honeybee Iowa seal. And I think Val has used her Iowa stamps quite a bit.
Yes.
And there's the Memory Bound exclusive Iowa stamps.
Okay.
And she put a little enamel heart there in the middle of Iowa.
Because that's where we are in Ankeny.
Yep, we're right in the middle.
So Val used a new product that I thought we had to demo. Just because. All right. So I'm going to, again, take this and I'm going to die cut again.
Okay,
so we don't
need to watch Penny do that, but what I would like to mention is you could take this. Okay, I'm going to ring the bell again. This might be, we're going to break a record for ringing the bell. Because this technique, I think you could, if you wanted to use some of the Hey Little Boo product that Penny used earlier for this card. Rhonda, will you bring us a Halloween stencil just from one of the Halloween end caps? So you could do what Val did here, and maybe you could stencil in a light pink, and then maybe go over the top in an orange with a Halloween stencil that Val is going to, or Rhonda's going to look for us. And then you could go ahead and decorate it. So that would be a way to do it if you cut it out of white rather than cutting it out of the spiderweb pink paper. So it doesn't have to be Iowa, this technique. It could be lots of other techniques or lots of other themes. And currently we've got Halloween and fall on our minds because that's what's going on here right now.
But
we're getting
Christmas
a lot of product
and
right, graduation, sports. Thank you, Rhonda. Oh, that's a perfect one. All right, so everybody, what do they say about in school, Penny, when you want them to use their imagination or imagine something? I want to say put on your thinking cap, but that's not it. So you could take this Iowa card. You could ink it first in pink with that main stencil. Then you could go over it with this bat stencil and stencil over the top with maybe black bats or orange bats, or you could do this in orange and then put your black bats over it, or you could do orange bats, or a gray, like a gray ink and then a black ink to make it a little more monotone. So just wanted to share that for some other ideas.
Okay.
All right, where are we going?
This is Val's.
We have to order some. Okay, the Iowa seal is out of stock, but it's on its way. It's coming. It comes pretty quick.
So I'm using my Misty, and I'm taking out the foam. Okay.
I'm curious what you're doing here, Penny. I don't know what she's doing, everybody. Oh, Penny. Cindy says it'd be a cute baby card. Oh my gosh, yes. Keep the ideas coming. We love it. We absolutely love it. So what stamp are you pulling out? Or are you pulling out the...
I'm pulling out the grip mat because this is a new thing and you may not know how good it really is.
We're going to find out.
All right.
And this is the 6.5 by 8.5. Does fit in the regular size Misty.
So it comes with this sheet, and this is the A2, the A7.
Oh, it's got your cards marked.
It's got the cards marked, and then it's got a backing.
And it's sticky.
It's sticky. Okay. And then the same marks are on here.
So do you need both pieces or just...
No.
No, just the one?
And so I'm going to put it in my Misty, and it fits down there.
So you took out the foam pad out of her Misty.
Yep.
And I just have to touch it. Oh, you've got the piece on it.
I'm going to do it this way.
Okay.
All right.
I
put it in upside down because it's stickier on this side.
So it's $29.99. It's 6.5 by 8.5 inches. And they come in other sizes. This is the one that we pretty much settled on carrying because it does have the card sizes. Oh, and you just put your card right on the middle of the A2.
Right on the middle of the A2. And I'm sticking it down. Then I'm going to grab this and make sure I line it up.
And she has the Postage Collage coloring stencil. And it really has two stencils with it. It's $12.99. One of them is the plain one that Penny's using. And then it has one if you want to make some fun little designs on the inside, like hearts or circles or little stars.
Okay, now I want you to see. You can see where the stencil is stuck on to the mat. So it's not gonna come off. So it's gonna stay there. So this is when you can do your stencil.
It's a good way to keep it in place while you're inking.
Yeah.
Are you going to ink, Penny?
I am.
All right.
I am going to ink.
She's got to go through. Seriously, look at our piles here, you guys.
It's awful.
We're just giving you, this is a behind-the-scenes look.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
But if you're just joining us, and you might be, we are using the Waffle Flower Postage Collage die today and all the accessories. Penny's already made one card. Val actually kicked this off for us with all kinds of really amazing cards. And right now we're doing a little inking with the
I'm going to show Tim's idea on his little daubers.
Is that the Is that the tin that is
It's the tin.
mini ink?
That's the mini ink with the mini ink separator taken out.
Oh, okay. So normally you get it. It's got that little plastic tray.
So I took the plastic tray out.
And
then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 daubers. I have that tray of extra daubers if I want, you know, a different color, if it's too inky or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I have all my colors with me, and I have a dauber for each one, and I don't have to keep pulling off the pad.
Yeah, like I do.
Yeah.
I think we're on 47 rings. Oh.
Yay!
Can you get one of those for us, Chris?
The tin.
Yeah.
All right.
Chris says it's our 47th ring. There's a lot of stuff
don't
today. We're
believe
using a
it.
lot of stuff.
All right.
What
so
color are you using
I'm going
here?
to use brush corduroy.
Okay.
And I'm just going to do a really light.
Thank you.
And so this is just the general.
So this is your first stenciling.
My first stencil.
Here's the tin, and here's what it looks like when you fill it. I have 3 of these, and they're filled with little mini cubes.
Yeah. And then I label mine, like black and brown.
There you go.
And then I've got red and pink and yellow and orange.
So Penny took out that little plastic piece, like a little tray that's stuck on the bottom, and then she's able to do this. And I really like this because I find myself throwing, if I go somewhere, I throw in a blending tool and just in a bag, you know, a little like sandwich bag or something. And this would be nice to have them all. And these are
And it's
these
flat.
are the tiny.
It stores really well.
I'm tempted to ring the bell again, but you
Do
know what?
it.
Instead
Do it.
of
No,
that,
do it.
while you're inking, I'm just going to take a walk.
Okay.
I'm going to take people right over here so you can see the blending tools that she's using. So it is the tiny blending tool. And you do get 2 extra foams. So you get 2 in a pack, and you get 2 extra foams. And you can purchase extra foams if you want. These are $4.99 for the tools. And then the extra foams are also $4.99. And that's what Penny's using in her little mini ink. And people have asked, why is it called tiny? And it is tiny. I think it's called that because this is called the small blending tool, the mini. I'm sorry, not the small. This is called mini because there used to be one that was kind of a rectangle. So there's the regular one, the mini, and the tiny. And if he makes the smaller one, I don't know what he's going to call it, Penny.
Micro.
There you go.
Okay, so this is stencil. Now, if you wanted to do a stencil on a stencil, leave this stencil down. And then you just put your other stencil on top of it.
Oh.
So maybe you want to, and see, this was the stencil that I had out, and I really liked because it was handy. So I'm going to use that monochromatic idea.
So you're doing the same color.
Same color, but darker.
She's doing brush corduroy. Oh my gosh, that's the same color. It's quite a bit darker. And that's what Val used on this Iowa card.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a stencil on a stencil. And I'm going to be Rachel Ray. And behind the scenes, I'm going to pull out of the oven the finished card.
Oh my gosh, there you go. Right out of the oven. And then you just stamp.
I just stamped. Made it very simple.
And put it on brown cardstock and then on a fun plaid.
And this one I actually did in black soot.
Oh, okay.
To tie in the black of the ink from the Memento ink.
And
so that's how you do a stencil on a stencil.
That's pretty cool. And there again is Howdy.
My
The
shameless.
Simple Stories Howdy. You've done a lot with Howdy. I can tell you really like it.
I do. All right, now I'll put this away. Okay,
Now,
so
we've got a few more to go. There's more ideas, and I'm sure if you get the postage collage die and maybe the stencils and some of the stamps, you'll come up with other ideas also.
okay. Now we have a mess in case we didn't have a mess before.
We do have a bit of things going on.
A bit. All right. So now what she did here was that she did her stencil and she did the yellow
A couple different colors it looks like, maybe.
squeezed lemonade and fossilized amber in opposite boxes. And then she had this really nice large stamp from 49 and Market.
Oh, yeah. And that, just flip it over to see what the name is. Painted Pencil.
Okay. Painted Pencil.
Is pencil the name of a flower, maybe?
I don't know. But then you can see this. This is the top of the stamp, and then she just went down as far as.
So she would have kept her stencil on
it,
maybe, and then stamped it?
Yes, because you want the separation parts, so you just leave that stencil on there and then stamp right over it.
That's pretty darn cool.
And then this London stamp is on the bottom. And then she did a die cut hello. She did that 15 cent
and a little butterfly die cut.
And that was from here. So she really used her stamps.
So that's die cuts and stamps and ink blending. And on here you'll notice these, she put them on top of black before she put them on the card base. And I didn't realize it, Penny, but she did put this one on top of white, but it's barely bigger than the postage collage die.
Okay.
Wow.
So that was that one. So then we have, okay, the background stamp on a stencil.
Oh, I did not know. I thought that was paper.
So this is the penny black.
And we do have this in stock.
It's on top of the collage stencil again, so you can see that she stenciled it. She used antique linen to give it that aged look. And then stamped with gathered twigs, the music.
It's called Music Background from Penny Black, and I'm pretty sure we have that in stock.
And then she added the antique linen to the ephemera.
Oh, yes, that's why it looks
that looks
so
like
nice.
it goes
it's
together.
Probably white to start with.
And she edged it with gathered twigs, and she says, "Thanks, Maggie." And she added the ribbon and a bell for just that festive little feel.
That's very, oh my gosh. That's
so she
just
basically
beautiful.
created her own pattern paper.
So that we used a regular stamp, a large image, and then a background stamp.
Yep.
And then it looks like she did it out of natural instead of white, and then matted it on brown, and then put it on the green.
Yep.
And I think we can check, but I think we have this ephemera. I think we have it. It's from Simple Stories, Simple Vintage. I believe it was from last year's Merry Makers.
Okay.
So we'll have to see. Oh my gosh, Chris is here. Chris, we didn't ring the bell, but
she
Chris
read our
is
minds.
So sweet. She's going to go see if we have that ephemera, because somebody might want to. That is a very beautiful holiday card.
Okay.
What's next? The poinsettia?
Yeah, the poinsettia is next, and this is the poinsettia stencil that she used, and then
so here's the poinsettia stencil for postage collage, and let's see, it doesn't really tell us. It's $24.99. I don't know how many pieces there are in here. For sure, there must be 4 different stencils because she used 4 different ink colors.
Yep.
So it's $24.99, and look at what it makes.
And then
amazing.
She used these banner, and they're somewhere here. There they are, the waffle flower.
So her postage
Christmas banner
collage
die
is kind of like an overall pattern. And then these dies are $13.99 for the Christmas banners die. And it's got 5 different ones. No. And she used Merry and Bright and Happy Holidays.
Yeah,
and it always says, let it snow, peace, love, joy, and warm wishes. Took me a while to read these backwards. But OMG, this is amazing.
So the pink one, again, she used the stencil.
The basic stencil.
Yep, the basic stencil. And we're going to double check her colors here. The background is speckled egg. And then
right here.
the leaf is iced spruce. And then the dark color is the spun sugar. And then the light color is the worn lipstick. Then she added the Waffle Flower banner die, and she splattered it with white paint and then added her honeybee gems.
I'll get up close so you can see it. This truly is amazing. This is done with a stencil. And she's got her basic honeybee gems, back to basics. They're nice because you have the gold, the silver, the pewter, the black, white, clear. And oh my gosh, the splattering I think really kind of pulls it all together.
It does.
And she splattered with the stencil still on, with the basic stencil.
Yep. So she really used her stencil.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Love it.
Look at that. That is beautiful.
Diane and I both looked and we could not find
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we don't have that exact ephemera, but there's a lot of other ephemera pieces you could use.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, now we're going to go to the red poinsettia. And the red, the background, again, was the speckled egg. And I just think it has a different feel, the speckled egg, than it over here, because I think that white paint splatter really
Makes
did the
a big
trick.
difference.
So then the leaf was rustic wilderness, more of a traditional green. The light was the barn door, and the dark was the abandoned coral, which makes for a very stunning
We got a bit of a glare
set.
here. There we go.
Okay. Now, she also used, let's see, where I missed it go.
And we'll take pictures of this and it will be on our blog. But oh,
On the stencil, because this is a larger card, there are these stripes.
oh, that's what that is.
Yeah. And then I think she flipped it over.
That's on her
I don't
card
know.
base.
Yeah.
She did
I
that
don't
on
know
her
how
card
she
base.
did that. She had to have turned it.
She did the stripes
Yep,
on her
she-
card base, and
Because here's the
flip it
2
upside-
points, and then you flip it upside down, and then you've got your other 2 points. And then
So
she
the
used two
stripe I
colors.
thought was a paper, you guys, but it's not. It is probably rustic wilderness and
A
barn door.
Barn
maybe.
door. Yep. Yep. So I wanted to make sure I
Thank you,
mentioned
Penny. I
that.
didn't even realize that.
And then she added the words again from the banner die, and then just some more of the postal stamps from all of the different ones that we have.
And we're going to show you all. I showed them the LDRS ones, but we're going to show you the ones
Here's
from
the
Waffle
Christmas.
Flower.
Yeah, and that's the Christmas one, and again, the other two.
Maybe that's what we should do, is show these now. Because this is Postage Collage North Pole.
And she used that delivery one. And
So you'll see here and here.
and then the first class mail up here.
Okay, and which one is that one?
This one is
It's
the
not there on
Postage
the back.
Collage.
That's just Postage
yeah,
Collage.
postage collage.
Postage Collage North Pole.
But those snowflakes would be great.
And for other things too. On your
Oh, yeah.
envelopes, those would be so fun, or on other cards.
But I don't want to leave the poinsettias yet because
Oh, we have one
the
more.
next one
Oh,
is
I forgot. It was hiding under a paper.
the best. This is the same thing, except now she cut it apart and she used the speckled egg. I love that she used the same background.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
She used the leaf and peeled paint. The light was that antique linen, and then the dark was the no ink.
Very, very cool.
And then she used the fossilized amber spritz for a little shimmer, and she cut them apart and she layered them, and then she added another sentiment from the
can see
word
the
banner
shimmer.
die, the honeybee gems, and the leaves from this die set.
Oh, that's a Tim Holtz die set, and it is called Holiday Greens. It's
The mini.
1999 Holiday Greens Mini, and we do have that in stock. So
And there's 11 different greenery pieces, and she used This one down here.
And just cut it
she
apart.
She grouped them in threes, and then she used some single pieces. But that is a really neat die. I might have to get that one.
So this is very interesting how she just cut it apart.
Yes. Well, because she's taken a lot of the things that she did like on her bigger card, and then she just layered them and foam dotted them
and with a little bit of gold glitter paper.
Yes.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
And those gold gems.
It's kind of like when you have fireworks, Penny, and they have that big
yes. Ta-da at the end.
Big last wonderful fireworks. And that is really amazing. So, look at our pile, but we need Penny, we need to show all the stencils and all the different stamps from Waffle Flower.
And they're all over
so
here. So
people can see what we have. Penny's going to grab them so she can show them. And here's one, too.
Here's the everyday stencil. Hands.
And that's the one. Oh, no, that's not the one you used.
This is the everyday one. Hands. You don't really get to see a good picture.
It doesn't
flowers.
Show very well.
So a single row, some flowers, the hands, the envelope, just squares, and I think a leaf.
Let's hold it up. So it's got two stencils. It's $17.99, and those flowers are really cute too.
So this is the fall, and it's got some pumpkins and fall things.
Fall things. That's how we're describing it.
Yep.
And let's show the back here so you can kind of see it. This is $23.99. It must have 4 stencils. And we'll have to post some pictures of what these look like, because the gingerbread is really, really cute.
There's a tree and a snowflake and a gingerbread house and a bird and melting snow, and I mean, that's just things around a gingerbread house. Or frosting.
Is there a
I bet it's
gingerbread
frosting.
guy? I bet it is frosting.
And these are all with the stencil basic shape. This is a Christmas stencil, so it's got some poinsettia flowers, some ornaments, a little house with the tree and the snow, a bigger tree.
It's really hard to show these.
It is.
And we really couldn't do cards with everything. So there might be samples of these on our sale site. I don't know.
And then this is the snowman stencil, so they're like the head or 1, 2 top parts. I can't see that one. And a big snowflake, but snowman things. But then we also grabbed this background stencil. This is just the Holly Jolly background stencil by Waffle Flower. That's a really nice stencil.
That you could do for a background if you wanted to.
The basic one was that Postage Collage coloring stencil that has the two stencils, so it has your basic shapes. It's got your frame around the outside for your A7 cards, and then just different shapes, stars, circles, hearts, stripes in the other stencil.
And we didn't even show the poinsettia stencil. Here's this one. I think we showed it with the cards. But then there's the poinsettia stencil, which gives you an idea of what the stencils do.
Yes.
Because you can kind of see where there's little pieces cut here and there, and you use different layers with your inks.
It is so neat.
Well, it is amazing. Okay, let me see if we have any questions, because I was busy looking at all this stuff.
I know.
All right, Cindy has a question. Each stencil set has the shape stencil to color the background. No. Well,
there's a couple that have it.
But like the snowman's a little different because you are coloring the background, and where the snowman is left, it's masked off. So on this one, you kind of are coloring the squares, but they all don't have that basic
squares.
Right, but they all do backgrounds though, Penny, because like the poinsettia does your background.
Yes.
But they all don't have the basic one.
But if you wanted to do squares. If you wanted to do your own thing,
Penny did with
like I did, then you just want that plain shape. Or if you have something, but then all of a sudden you don't have something for one square, then you could just fill it with stars or stripes or.
Okay, let's see if we have any other questions.
What a mess.
Oh, and Jan said stencil paste. We could use some of our new stencil butter with this, and I think it would be gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, this was a lot. You can see our table here, everybody. It was a lot. Penny, a huge thank you to you.
Oh, absolutely.
For taking this and running with it and making some of your own samples and explaining it all very well. And also a huge thank you to Val.
Yes, thanks,
Val.
Val.
Who isn't here but did a lot of the first groundwork.
Yes.
On
all goodness.
her samples and
wowed us.
And showing us what to do. I think if I had to start from scratch, it would be a little tricky. I mean, it would take a little bit of time.
And it would be really plain.
Yes,
I wouldn't know all these fabulous ideas.
So we have shown you, how many different ways?
Well, she's got 11 cards.
We have 11 cards plus pennies, plus you've got 2. So,
yep.
3. So 14 different techniques with the postage collage die set. And I want to say thank you to everyone for joining us. And let's see, wait, I don't see a question. Sorry, I thought we had a question, but I don't see it. Thanks everyone for joining us. Tomorrow we are going to be just showing you massive amounts of new product. So join us tomorrow. We've got the new Doodlebug Hey Pumpkin and all the other, or was it Hey Pumpkin? It's got pumpkin in it.
It does have pumpkin in it.
We're going to be showing you that and all kinds of other new product we've been saving up. So we will be here tomorrow with that. And thanks everyone for joining us. I hope you have a great day. And we will be back tomorrow.